Looking at this weight, like, you are looking pretty damn lean, even though our weight's 47.6. Like, you've never looked this good at this weight. Like, you put on some quality muscle. Your glutes are are so pronounced with this level of body fat and this level of, like, obviously this weight, like, ridiculous. Your midsection from the front, the legs split in the side, the quads, the glutes, everything is just, I think you're just, you're putting on size in the right areas, and as your body fat does creep up, it's still popping through. You've got so much density now to your physique, so it's very impressive. Your glutes have never looked so good from the rear. It's crazy, like how you just, it's to me, it's amazing that you've still got this glute shape, even though our weight's coming up. So very, very impressive. I actually didn't expect you to look so good at this weight. So very, very good. I'm happy with how you're coming along. Obviously, the best thing about you is you're putting on quality tissue, and it's really showing in your off season how nice your shape is still holding, even though our weight's coming up and your waist is still very small.
So I was actually feeling a little bit fluffy lately, and I haven't sent photos to Coach for a while. But I do update him with my weight. So he knew that my weight was going up. We were bumping calories and everything's good. I was feeling good in terms of like my strength. Like everything was good, but I was just not sure where I was at with regards to my body fat. Like I know that I felt heavy and fluffy and like chubby, but it's good to get brought back down to earth by when your coach tells you that, like, you're still looking really lean, especially at this weight. And it does bring things into perspective. The weight that I am at right now used to be like the weight that I would start prep at, and that would be me looking much more chunkier and bigger than right now in terms of body fat. Like I'll be at a much kind of higher body fat, whereas now I'm fuller and obviously softer, but definitely still much leaner than I normally am at this weight, which is really, really good. So I think we're about 20 plus weeks out at the moment. I'm looking to possibly only start prep in January because I'm hoping that my cousins in Queensland will be able to come over for Christmas. And hopefully I'd be able to have a little bit more time with a little bit more freedom. At the end of the day, like I'm still really, really strict on my day-to-day, and I don't think that I'm strict. Now it's just my lifestyle. Like I don't feel like I'm purposely, like this is just part of my life. So for me, sticking to my macros, listening to Coach and just executing my plan and just training, it's like brushing my teeth. It's just like part of my everyday. It's like routine. I don't really feel like I'm missing out, like I'm just, like that this is all for nothing, or I'm just doing this for prep. I'm just doing this because this is what I do. Like literally that's how I think right now. So I'm in a very, very good mindset and headspace, and I'm very happy. I feel balanced, even though when most people look at my lifestyle, they don't feel like I live a balanced lifestyle. But I feel very happy and balanced at the moment. So I just want to keep this going for a little bit more, because when I turn on prep mode, it's just like a whole nother level. So I want to kind of flip that switch in January at about 15, 16 weeks out, and just get absolutely shredded. And for now, I'm just gonna maintain a good level of leanness until Coach tells me I'm getting too fat, then we'll pull it back. But I'm following my macros, we're reversing, bumping calories up, I'm sticking to it. Maybe I go out and eat like once a week, not even. I'll drink alcohol on occasion. So obviously I had a wedding that I went to last weekend, so I had some alcohol. But other than that, I'm meeting my friends at Motomio this Sunday. We're gonna have like some pasta, like Italian food, but I don't think I'll be drinking. So since my carbs are quite high anyways, I think it'll kind of fit in nicely. I'll just probably bust my fats a little bit, but we will deal with that. We'll see how that goes. And I'm just in a really good place. So that's my little bit of an update for you guys. I guess we can say that I'm in prep, but at the same time, not really. So anyways, this is going to be my prep series. So welcome to my prep series. And we're going to be prepping for the April Fit Fest. So everything is announced. It's official. Fit Fest is happening in April next year. And I am 100% dedicated to be there. Whatever that may mean for me, it's just gonna have to be what it is. So I'm gonna try my best to get there. If it means that when I come back to Perth I have to quarantine or whatever, I'm just gonna do what I need to do. And I possibly, like if I need to continue competing from there, like go overseas and stuff like that, like I'd be prepared to do that, even if that means I'd be stuck overseas for a while. So I'm willing to make those choices next year. So right now I'm doing whatever I can to set me up for that. I'm just gonna keep growing. And again, I think that's another reason why I don't want to start prep too early, is because I know that I will be possibly prepping for the whole of next year. I'm happy to keep competing next year, season A and B in Australia. I 100% want to support the Australian Pro League and Tony, who organizes the shows here. So I will try my best to do both shows. I'll be doing both shows, and I will travel to wherever else I can go and just keep competing. I love it. I miss it so much. Like, I miss not only the good parts, but more than that, like I miss the hard parts and the struggle, because I know what that means and what that brings and what that represents. I miss, you know, the dieting feeling. I miss like dieting on the Stairmaster. I just miss struggling, and I miss it all. I miss it all, really, not just the good times. Just a lot of bad, hard times that come with prep. And honestly, like, I miss it. I miss saying that like I can't go or do certain things because I'm prepping, but I would love to come and I'll just bring my Tupperware food, or I'll just not eat, or just going out for dinner and sitting there and drinking my Coke Zero and watching everyone else enjoy themselves, and just knowing that what I'm doing is worth it. It's for my career, my dream, and literally just everything, you know. When I'm just like rock up to the gym and I don't want to train and I sit in my car and I'm just like, oh my god, like, I mean, all of it. I love it. It's so precious to me being able to prep, like the whole prep experience. You know, even spending time scrolling through like donuts and stuff like that, knowing I can't eat it, and just like fantasizing about eating it, just all of that. Crazy parts of prep. Having prep brain, breaking glasses, breaking bowls, all of it. I freaking miss it so much. I miss everything, the good and the bad. I mean, obviously I miss the stage, but I miss the grind getting there. And then I miss waking up on show day and just being so happy and relieved and just like at peace, knowing that you've done everything, you look great, and the day is here, you smell the tan. It's in my blood, it's in my soul, it's part of me, and I can't wait. And I really hope next year will be my year, my opportunity to do all of that. And anyways, just getting that voice note from coach really made my day and like sparked my fire. So hearing that from him, knowing that I'm at a good spot, that the show dates are announced. Next thing I need to do is wait for the pro calendar to come out so I can see what other shows I can do in conjunction with the Australian shows, that I can do a bunch that's close together so I can properly plan my prep. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna do next. In the meantime, I'm gonna be eating my 330 grams of carbs. I'm gonna be training 5 times a week. I do like one HIIT cardio session, although I've been slacking on it a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But gonna be doing my one HIIT session a week, and just rinse and repeat. That's like literally what coach said about me. The most important thing and the best thing about me is just like consistency. Like, I never really bother him to like change things because I get bored. Like, he'll ask me, how's the program going? I'm like, program's great. What's not to love? Like, everything's working. We're working on my weak points. Like, literally all the exercises are good. Like, why the fuck would I change anything? Like, just want to change anything, just keep doing it again and again and again and again, and eating the same foods again and again and again and again. Like, there is no need to change anything when everything is absolutely working. You just need to let the time work for you. You know, it's just about time. Just keep doing what you're doing. You won't see results like from a day to day. Like, sometimes when I look at myself every day, I'm like, do I look any different? But when you really take a step back and see how far you've come, that's when you'll start to see progress. And that can only happen if you just keep repeating what you're doing day after day after day, day in, day out. Consistency is absolutely key. If that's something you can take away from today's video, is just be consistent. It may not pay off today, tomorrow, next week, next month, but it will pay off. I've been in this for friggin' 7 years now, 7 years. And nobody can deny that, like, I've just been making progress all the way, even though it's not a lot. So from year to year, it's not a lot. Year to year, it's not a lot. Year to year, it's not a lot. It's very, very little. Very, very little every month. Very, very little even like every year. But over the 7 years, it adds up. So it just depends on how long you want to commit to your journey. It doesn't have to be a journey to the stage. It can just be your journey to become a fitter, better version of yourself, a leaner version of yourself, a more muscular version of yourself, whatever you want to do with your body, really. Just committing the time and being patient. Being patient is just so important. Too many people give up before seeing results because it's just taking too long. And they expect it to be fast, and it's just not going to be fast for everyone. Especially not for me. My body is stubborn, but my body is consistent, and my body will respond when I give it time. So I've learned to be very patient and just keep working, keep grinding and grinding and grinding away, and then one day it'll just all pay off. Hopefully soon, but like I said, I've been in this for a long time, so I will take the little wins each and every year. So I'll be doing a voiceover over today's workout. I started with some heavy front raises, starting off with a vertical grip and twisting to horizontal. I'm going quite heavy on this movement. So for my heavy sets, it's usually for about 8 to 10 reps. For this one, I did about 10 reps and 6 sets, as I'm really trying to bring my front delts up. For my next exercise, I did a seated Smith machine shoulder press. Again, aiming to go quite heavy on this movement. I am really weak in upwards pressing kind of movement. So as you can see, I'm starting to struggle, but I'm aiming for about 10 reps. And then I go on to a drop set after my last set. So I do 4 heavy working sets, and then I finish that off with just pressing the bar, which is about 20 kilos, and I go till failure. And then I move on to a Y lateral raise with a little bit of a pause at the top. And I do this for about 12 reps for 5 sets. This is really going to be targeting my lateral delt and also the rear part of my lateral delt. Next, I head over to the cables to do some cable upright rows. With this motion, always focus on lifting the chest and pulling through the elbows. As you can see, my elbows are always leading the motion and the wrist is only following after, so we don't pull with the forearms. Then I'm moving on to some arms, as this is my 3rd shoulder session of the week. So I combine them with a little bit of arms, and I start with some cable bicep curls, focusing on keeping the elbows super close to me and going for about 12 reps. I supersetted that with a single arm tricep pull down on the cables. I really like doing this movement on the cables, and I focus on keeping really still, keeping my elbows nice and close next to me, keeping the movement super strict, not moving my upper body at all apart from the forearm, so I can really focus on isolating the triceps. And I do this superset for 7 sets. Really truly very busy today, but I have a very important task to do that I cannot put off. My scale has died. Can anyone relate to this? If you count macros, you'll know. Or not even if you count macros, if you're on a meal plan and like if you just care about what you eat, or you're on a diet or whatever, like you'll know how important a scale is, and you'll know that it's literally the end of the world when your scale dies and you're just like, I need to stop everything I'm doing right now, go to the shops and buy a battery, which I did not know how to change, by the way, and I'm willing to even buy a whole new scale. Jeremy thought I was crazy for literally leaving the house the instant the scale was like low, because it's not totally flat yet, it's just low, but I'm like, I just cannot risk that because I don't know when it's gonna fully die. Anyways, first world problems. So I'm gonna try and get the right battery, but if I can't find the right battery, I'm gonna buy a whole new scale. And I did tell Jeremy that I was just gonna buy a whole new scale, and he thought I was absolutely freaking crazy for wanting to buy a new scale just because the old one probably ran out of battery. I still don't know if I'm gonna buy a new one yet. Oh, so freaking busy in here today. I did not have time for this, but it has to be done. So what I did was I literally took the battery out, so it's this one. Gotta find some. And you know what? I don't know why Jeremy only bought one, but I'm going to go a step further and buy 4. So we always have spares because this is important shit. I'm gonna show you guys how I make my low-fat pesto pasta. It's not low carb. There is carbs, but it is a high fiber pasta, so it's a little bit better, a little bit more filling. but it is low fat. So generally pesto pasta has quite high fat, and I'm gonna make my low fat version. So this is the pasta I use. I actually just buy it like that because I really can't be bothered cooking it and weighing it. So it's good to just have a whole packet. In this one packet, there's 49 grams of carbs, only 1.7 fat and 9.5 proteins. It actually has a good amount of protein. And then I just add more protein with my ready cooked chicken. And this is a secret. I just buy the pure Italian herbs paste. There is just not much calories in them at all. So in a serving, which is 5 grams, there's only 1.7 carbs and 0.5 fat. So I'll probably do about maybe 3 servings. So I'll do 15 grams of this. And then for some extra flavor, I'll add a little bit of this pizza sauce. So again, the pizza sauce also low fat, is 0.2 grams of fat, 5.9 carbs, and then just top up with some salt. And there we go. There we go, all done. This will be my 3rd meal for today. I got my hair done yesterday and I'm super obsessed with it. I mainly always just do the roots, but obviously get like a fresh coat of toner, a little bit of curls, and yeah, it's looking fresh. I got it done yesterday, so I slept in it for a day. I always feel like my hair looks better after like 1 day of sleeping in it, because the first day it's done, I don't know, the curls are just too like tight, like it's too curly. I don't know why that's only the case if someone else curls my hair for me. If I curl my own hair, it goes straight within like a few hours. So I don't know why these holds so well. Every time my hairdresser does it, it just like, it'll last me for like quite a few days. So I'm absolutely loving it. But thank you guys for watching my video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. Also, let me know how you feel about the voiceover narration over my training. Let me know if you like that or not, and I'm just gonna be playing around with that. I do have a lot of exciting things coming. Obviously, this is only the beginning of my prep series. There's gonna be much more. Obviously, I am like trialing a few different kinds of videos. Obviously, some fitness and some not quite. I'm trying to make this channel just like a blend of all things me and all things that I love, trying to be as authentic as possible, and also just giving people the kind of content that they want and they like. So all your comments and feedbacks are greatly appreciated. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, especially if you're interested in watching my prep series, The Life of an IFBB Bikini Pro, watching lots of travels to be coming out 100%, traveling, food, life, fashion, and luxury shopping. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.